All right, here we go. We have two more questions, three, and then we'll get to closing comments.
Three.
Yeah, I said three.
Okay, good afternoon to all the candidates. And I've heard a lot about homeless problems here in the city. My question is, as mayor, I don't know if you have the ability or authority, but someone like me, I'm retired. I've worked for 40 years. I'm collecting my Social Security now. Where can I find affordable housing so that I don't become homeless? Because the average price of a home here in Los Angeles is well over $500,000 or $600,000. That is out of my bracket. So where or how would you address affordable housing so that I'm not a drug addict, I'm not a criminal, I don't have a record, and all the issues about homelessness have been about someone that is not like me?
Thank you for that question. Brian Acosta here. So I think it's a layered thing because right now also what's happening, why, when people become homeless that are, working individuals, because there's a lot of people that are working poor, it's really hard to get back into housing because it's so expensive. Who has $8,000 off, just to get into a place? So one of the things I want to do is I want to have a layered system where people can, if you're a good renter, maybe you only pay the first month's deposit, you're able to just access a home more easily. Also, I want to push co-op housing where we would have studios, 1 bedrooms and 2 bedrooms for like, $200,000, $400,000, and $600,000, where instead of renting from somebody, you'd be able to build equity. And the great thing about co-op housing is that it'd be non-speculative so that future generations would also be able to have permanent affordable housing.
Thank you. Yeah, this is Asad Al-Najjar. I'll refer back to what I stated earlier, the 277-page plan we have. Plus, during the Garcetti era, myself and a lot of the senior engineers, and even including my wife that works in the city of LA, we started working on the Abridge home, in which identified a lot of the buildings to be refurbished. We put how we're going to do the asbestos cleaning. We defined how we're going to have a retrofit. We defined how we're going to build tiny homes. We put a plan on the container homes. We put a plan on the prefabricated homes. Everything was going in. We have budget. The city of LA has the money. Right now, it's wasted left and right, and nobody knows where. I know where it's wasted. I know exactly. There's like a $400 million disappeared, and I keep asking my boss, hey, Karen, where is the $400 million? And it's like, get out of the room. You don't belong here. No, really, we have it. We can do it. It's got stopped. Garcetti used COVID to stop, but then now, with me, I know where it is. Day one, implemented. I fire all the deputies and all that. I have a great team here. They are ready. We are all, look, maybe one of us is going to be the mayor. And whoever it is, we're going to work collectively together because we complement each other. Thank you.
Thank you, Assad. And yes, it would be my pleasure to work with any number of these people here. Truly, Assad's fantastic, but everyone here has smart ideas. And my friend, your question resonates with me. I was homeless here. I've been homeless here. Even now, after I've made it, whatever, I still rent. I've rented my whole life. I've paid $300,000 of money that I've earned to landlords. I own nothing, and they want it to be that way. The solution, social housing. We need to improve social housing. Every other modern country around the world has some amount of large-scale social housing. 40, 60% of people live in social housing, dignified social housing, right? We make it a priority, right? So it's not a speculative asset like Bryant was talking about. So it's something that people live in, working class people. They don't have to worry about their rent going up despite the economy struggling, which is happening right now to everybody in our city, right? We need more social housing options. So that's why I'm promoting public dormitories, right? For the lowest, most vulnerable, with even single room occupancy and even places to move you up. And then I want the city of Los Angeles to buy apartment buildings, own and operate those all throughout the city. Social housing options where if maybe you're a city employee, you could get one of those, and they're nice, they're dignified, they're modern, they're new. But we need our government everywhere, not just here in LA, but around the entire United States to start investing in social housing for the people. Thank you.
I agree. So we often talk about housing and homelessness as two different things, but the reality is they are two sides of the same coin. And the antidote is permanent affordable housing, and it is through social housing. I'm proud to say that I've been working on social housing for the last 6 years of my career. I've helped pass a statewide bill that is a study bill on social housing in the state, so we can identify what strategies and solutions we need for the state to be able to build out the infrastructure we need to expand social housing in the state of California. I sit on the advisory committee of the state, and over the last 6 years, I've been also supporting our Measure ULA, which is now revenue for social housing, which is right now being under threat and under attack by Mayor Karen Bass and also Councilmember Nithya Raman. And we need to be able to ensure that we are protecting Measure ULA so that we can continue to use the $1 billion of revenue that will continue to expand to build housing. And let me tell everybody, because this is a conversation right now, ULA has not hurt our supply. In fact, we have had more apartments built over the last year than we ever had before, and we're going to continue to do that. So we need to expand social housing, and that is actually how we're going to be able to stabilize our own Angelinos to have housing. By the way, also tenant protections is something we need, so I'll plan on co-sponsoring a bill to repeal Costa Hawkins.
I want to answer his specific question, because his question was about him as a man who is aging and living off of Social Security. I worked with the CFB Foundation for many years, and what we do is we celebrate our elderly. When I traveled in Europe a lot, I saw a lot of elderly people out at the nightclubs and people chilling. My wife, she takes care of her grandmother. They're from Russia. She's taking care of her elderly grandmother. They're not putting them in homes because we find that the deterioration of the mind is happening in these homes. So my point is, the same way we have Medicare for like people who are above a certain age, we need Rent-A-Care for people who are above a certain age. And that's a program that's specifically designed to help people who are now living on Social Security, veterans. These are specific group of people that are really being overlooked because there are people that they feel are more in need than them. But the truth is that everyone has different needs. While I won't say social housing, social, this word scares me because we got the DSA creeping their way into our government through socialism. And we've got to be careful. We've got to be careful with words and manipulation. We are a sensationalized community, and we've got to understand America is under attack internationally from foreign special interests. Say what you want. I'm just telling you how I see it. I have the right to tell you, and you have the right to accept it or not, but do your research. Do your research.
Next to the last, okay, go ahead.
How are we going to lose a perfectly good nation like the United States, prosperous nation? I think that we have a problem right now with affordability. When we have so many of these houses and even necessities in daily lives, food, all that is so expensive these days. And I see so many people are having difficulty. I mean, Social Security benefits, I don't know, that doesn't cover anything near what's required for daily living. I myself, I worked my butt off all my life. I barely bought some sort of house, and some area that's not very expensive, okay, in my 60s. So it is what it is, but we need to get this thing in control. And then we want to make sure that our housings are affordable, and then we want to make sure that the permits are streamlined, so that more houses are available for average people. And I think that's how we prevent a perfectly good society like ours from falling. Thank you.
Hello, John Logsdon here. I'll make it 30 seconds here. Okay, first of all, I think rent control is the main key. That would be the key of what happens. You reach a certain age, and you're like a retirement age, and it should just be capped. That's what I believe on that. Now, us working folk that are still out there, yeah, sure, it is what it is. But that's what I mean. I also think that we need to build. I know SB 79 is coming down. I don't want to be like going into all this, but I just want to say that I think that we need to actually build more in transit areas, create more housing stock that'll drive competition, which will actually create lower prices down the road. Thank you.
We're going to have two more questions, and then we'll have closing comments.
Pardon me. Hello, everyone. My name is Mohammed. I was born in Detroit. I recently moved to California to become an Angelino, Michelangelo. So I wanted to say, I had a comment and a question. My comment was that I believe that we don't have mayor candidates, we have presidential candidates all sitting up there. And I really wanted to say that we want to work together as humanity to solve the problems, starting with Los Angeles and then going to the world. My question is that I am Muslim, but we believe in everybody, as I consider myself a humanitarian. So my question to you is, how are you going to conquer Islamophobia, even if it's against any religion, in regards to spirituality? Because we believe in universal, the spirituality is universal. It's not tied down to a specific faction. It's tied down to all of humanity. So my question to all of you, I just want to say that I'm the spiritual leader of the Watts community. This is why I moved to California. And so they chose me to represent them spiritually. So we have the...
Good question. For time's sake, let's get to answers.
Thank you, Mo. So, being the Muslim candidate, I mean, I consider myself an American and Los Angeles, Angelino, and that's about it. But from the campaigning, I realized there is a lot of this Islamophobia going. Fox was asking me about Sharia law, and it's like, what the hell are you talking about? And things like that. But what I can do and what I have been doing is the past 11 years, I've been very active to get the church, the temple, and the Muslims all together. And you have to, this is a different even subject. Muslims are divided between Shiite and Sunni, and they don't even talk to each other, and things like that. So I brought all the religions together, and I continue to celebrate each of us together. Yes, there is books, but at the end of the day, we are all children of God. We are all united in faith, and our diversity is our uniqueness. Thank you.
That's really great, and I want to applaud Assad for his efforts, truly. He's been really a leader in helping unify all the different religions and sects around Los Angeles, and truly we need that right now. And I think, you mentioned the right point. You said you're a humanitarian first. That's what matters, right? And here's the difference, is that we have religion and we've got humans, right? I'm an American first, I'm a Ukrainian second, right? I'm a humanitarian first, I'm a Christian second. And it's when you start to put your religion ahead of your humanity, that's when it becomes a problem. Then you're a fundamentalist, right? We need to push back against fundamentalists. They are people who would put their religion ahead of the humanity of everyone. And so I think that's the important thing. It's a cultural change that we need to promote, and I will do that as mayor of Los Angeles. It's okay, you could be any religion in the world, and it's great, but we have to put our humanitarianism, our humanity first, and then our religion second. So, thank you guys.
My name is Andrew Kim, and I want to remind you that there's a way to tell the good religion from bad religion, okay? You see the fruit of what they're teaching, the fruit of their product. Look, see the product, if it's good, 9 times 10 it's good religion. I say to the Muslims, do the good work. Do the good work for the community. Raise your children correctly, and do the example for our community. And if you do that, then you'll be recognized. And then make more of Assad, people like Assad, okay? So, that meant to be a joke. Anyway, so do that and then be good. And don't blow up airplane or enslave girls.
That was very Islamophobic right there. Sorry, I was gonna speak, but now I feel like I just need a moment to process what just happened on a radio show.
Thank you.
Woo.
I gotta say, in the Harriet Tubman Center, when you're here, no anti-Muslim stuff, no anti, no.
No anti-Semitic, no anti-anything.
All right,
There is no such thing as good religion and bad religion. There are people of faith, all of us. Whew, sorry, I am still processing, y'all. I am a pastor, and I have been working my whole career around bringing different faiths together, whether you are somebody who considers yourself a person of faith or not, to be able to figure out where and how we are moving to build and to challenge and to change this world together. And that is the only thing, that is exactly what we need to do to be able to combat Islamophobia, to combat anti-Muslim sentiment, to combat anti-Semitism. These are all the ways that we need to come together, is we do have to actually spend time together. I spent time in the West Bank myself. This is why I am for Palestinian liberation, and I feel very strongly about it. And so the ways that we can be able to bring ourselves together is that we have to actually create third spaces. And this is why actually something like fast and free buses, I actually see as a way to be able to bring our communities together, as well as creating more opportunities to continue to build with our faith communities to solve our problems. And so I've actually been very active in this for a long time, working with Clue, working with LA Voice, and I will continue to do that as mayor of Los Angeles.
Hello, Tish Hyman. I was in Israel on October 7th, 2023, when the war started. And this is what I got from all of this as an American here. We are Americans first. We are whatever we are after that second. No one deserves to be discriminated against. No one deserves any hate. There aren't any special groups that deserve more protection than any other group. We all should be protected as Americans here because we all want the same thing: prosperity, safety, and for our city and people to thrive. So for me, I look at it all like whatever religion you practice, that's on you. We're all Americans. We're human beings first, and we need to act as that. Even with the parties and political, we're human beings first. We need to get back to humanity. That's my thoughts on that. Thank you so much.
Brian Acosta here. So as a tech person, I actually think that because technology has evolved so fast, right now what we're feeding is the algorithm. The algorithm is what's really hurting us because what gets clicks? The people saying all these nasty things. And so as mayor, what I really think we need as a mayor, we need somebody that understands the technology side so that we can actually push back on it, because that's what's dividing us right now. You know, it really is. You look at TikTok, you look at Instagram, I mean, even my ads right now, it's so homophobic. It's just so ugly. And so we need to be able to have a mayor that understands technology and takes the fight to the tech companies. That way we can start bringing down those walls and we can start really unifying in a way that makes sense. Also on my LA Now app, there's a feature so that you could actually see what cultural events are happening, because right now we don't know. I would love to go to some Jewish bar mitzvahs or, you know, some Muslim temple activities, but we just don't know. It's always hidden. And so the app will make it easier to access that. And I just think we need somebody that can, you know, take a handle from a technology standpoint.
All right, I'm John Logsdon. I just wanted to say, look at us mayoral candidates up here. Every single one of us is like, this is a diverse group, right? This is LA. This is what is amazing about this place. And it's also like we all come from different religions, backgrounds, cultures. So we all have to respect each other. That's the main thing. It's about love and how we are as humanity. That should be the first priority. I don't know who said that. Andre, I think did. But you know what? Let's just be good people. That's all it is. If we were all good people, we wouldn't need cops. We wouldn't need all this. We would be able to just police ourselves. That's where it all is. So let's just be nice. And there we are. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Did he speak? Did you speak already?
Yeah.
No. Sit. We have one last question. You already spoke on this question. Okay, you want to speak? Yeah, you can do that. Somebody.
Because,
Yeah, like 30 seconds.
It came out really wrong that I somehow dislike Muslims or Islamic religion. No. What I'm saying is that I love all the religions. Islam is one of the main religions that I respect. That's all I have to say.
All right.
You made a joke with bad taste. That's
I think that's what
Yeah.
happened.
All right, so this is
Yeah,
KPFK's
I do
Mayoral
admit
Forum. We're
that it
wrapping
was
up
in that
now,
case.
and we're going to have one last question from Executive Director of BW, Black Women for Wellness, Jan Robinson Flint. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm here today wearing my Black Women for Wellness Action Project hat. Black Women for Wellness is a 27-year-old organization in Los Angeles. Black Women for Wellness Action Project is a C4 organization. We started in 2017. So I actually have a couple of reminders and a call to action for you all. So today is May 16th. The last day to register to vote is May 18th, right? So that's this week coming up. Now, you can go and vote at a voter center, but then your vote is your ballot is a provincial ballot. It's counted last, okay? So your call to action, everybody in Los Angeles is not registered to vote. Register for people to vote, because every single one of these folks up here need people to vote for them, right? So one website that you can go to is called 1 Million Black Voters Rising. This is a national movement to register 1 million new black voters. This is because there has been such an attack on black voting rights all across the South. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you that website one more time, 1millionblackvotersrising.org. And your charge and your call to action is to register 4 new voters before May 18th. You got 2 days. You know somebody. You might know a 17-year-old who will be turning 18 before the day of the election. There's a lot of Doris
And don't
out
just
here.
tell them to vote, educate him a little bit.
I'm gonna get
Because,
on
see,
to the
without voting-
second thing.
Go ahead.
Okay. The second thing in terms of your call to action, we live in Los Angeles, we live in California, we live in America. It's a democracy that costs money. So if you believe in one of these candidates up here, send them some cash. Make a donation, because they need money to make it happen. No doubt, they need money.
Yes.
Okay? So they need voters and they need money. So, I mean, it's great to applaud them and to listen and say, yeah, that was a good answer, but really put your money where your vote is, right? Because that's important. That way they don't have to take money from big oil or industry like that, and they won't be then subject to the whims of that industry. If you want a people's candidate, you got to fund a people's candidate.
Okay,
All right, one more point,
got it.
and then that is, there are plenty of people in Los Angeles who cannot vote, right? Sometimes for various reasons, in terms of it could be a conviction, it could be a citizenship status, but you know what, they can influence people. Right? So if you run into folks that you are attempting to register and they can't vote, information is so critical. Have that house party, because chances are they know some folks who do vote and they can influence them. Right? So you got actions. We are close to June 2nd. Voter centers open on May 23rd. That's next Saturday. There is challenge to the post office right now. So a lot of people might want to wait until the last day to mail their ballot. I'm going to suggest you not do that. I'm going to suggest that you get your ballot in, if you're mailing it, well before the day of the election, because that postmark might not get on that ballot until well after the election if you mail it on that day. So you want to make sure your vote is counted. If you're mailing it by getting it in, I would suggest a week before. That means this week. So if you're mailing it, mail it early. Well, not mail it now, because the challenge is the post office, and will it get the postmark on it in a timely manner if you mail it on that day? So that's just being the practical person here in terms of if you want your vote counted, if you wait till the last day, take it to a voter center and drop it in. Don't put it in the mail. So my question would have been to all of you, what is your path to victory? I pulled out my ballot. This is not my ballot, this is a sample ballot. There are 14 names on this ballot in a space where you can write in a name. So that means you got to have a path to victory, right? How do you get to be in this jungle primary one of the top 2 candidates to keep it moving forward?
Great question. Let's do this. Let's wrap that into your closing comment. How's that?
Brian Acosta here. So, campaigning, being on the campaign trail, talking to people, seeing how the media has treated this whole campaign, the reality is that money talks, status talks. I'm just a regular Joe. I didn't grow up from a limousine, watching the city from a limousine window. I grew up struggling. I grew up from, first generation. My parents were immigrants. And so I, really heavily rely on community. And that is one of the things that, for my campaign, that I've been relying on is the Latino community, the queer community, millennials. I mean, it's my generation that I'm fighting for. And that's what I'm bringing to the forefront is if we want generational change, that's what I'm offering in this race, because we need the systems of tomorrow today. We need the changes that our status quo people are never going to do. And so that's why I'm in this race, and that's who I'm relying on to get to the top 2 in this race. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Assad Al-Najjar. Well, I renew my thanks to you guys for having this set up. And I'm so proud to be among the best team in Los Angeles. And I really, from my heart, wish one of us is going to be the mayor, because I have no respect for the other 4, really. What I can do is, and what I can bring is 37 years of really hard working to be where I am today. And that has really been the path for me. For many people, for many heritages, for many neighbors, you name it, anybody in not only United States, globally, I'm the 311, I'm the 411, and the 911, wherever it is. And I will continue that. It's an honor that I've been serving Angelenos and with my job 40 hours a week and in volunteering 60 hours a week. And it's in my DNA. Regardless, I win or lose, for the next few years, I will still continue to serve you guys, because my wife doesn't want me to retire, even though I am qualified. But it's an honor to serve Angelenos. It's in my DNA, and I love you all. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Andrew Kim. Thank you for listening. Thanks for inviting me to this wonderful location, Harriet Tubman Center. I really respect this this center represents. My clear path to victory is stay focused, agenda-driven, issue-driven, that is. My homelessness issue is the foremost of my passion. We have a misguided policy, keep on making our homelessness a victim. Unfortunately, our homeless populations are victimized by the system. My logo is my motto is Project Liberation Los Angeles. I want to liberate our city. I want to liberate our homelessness people. I want to liberate our family. I want to liberate my church. I want to liberate American dream. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. I'm John Logston, and I just want to say, as far as how I'm going to make it to the top 2 for November, I'm just head down. I'm going to try to make it happen. I'm going to work as hard as hell. But here's the thing. I'm a regular, everyday guy. I work my tail off for actually my 9-to-5 job. I've got kids. I got a lovely wife, and I am a true Angeleno, and I'm fighting for LA. And I work in the business, in the entertainment business. I believe I'm one of the only ones in this in the group that actually is boots on the ground working every day. I got 2 jobs coming up this week, which I'm juggling the mayoral thing and actually producing. So I'm going to fight hard to make sure that there is no runaway production and that we are keeping entertainment, film business here in Los Angeles. That is my #1 goal for like the next 2 weeks. Get that word out and make it happen. Let people know that I'm fighting for them, because there's a lot of Angelinos doing that. Okay, here's another thing. Obviously, my slogan is "Let's go," and that is really, we need to make things happen quicker in this town. I've seen how the current mayor right now has, everything has just been on fast forward in the last few months, but there was 3 years where things were just not happening. So we need to make it happen right now. Let's go. Thank you, and I want to just thank everybody here, everybody that's listening on the radio and in here in this room. Take a deep look at everybody up here. Look at the platforms, because they are all great, and everybody put their heart and soul into that. Look at mine, logsdon4la.com. Thank you, and thank you to KPFK. Appreciate it.
Whew, sorry, I'm still processing, to be very honest with you, what happened back there. I'm just being so honest. I felt like my gut was punched to hear the anti-Muslim sentiments named on the stage. Which just zero tolerance for that, period, in this city. As far as how our plan to win, I am very proud to say that we have now raised over $500,000 with matching funds to be able, with zero money from corporations, zero money from lobbyists, over $500,000 to be able to put into our campaign. We have knocked on thousands of doors, and our field capacity is we are focused on that and to make sure that we hit as many possible doors as we can by by June 2nd. We have reached 500,000 people now on social media. We have well over 1,200 volunteers who are actively engaged in our communities and actively engaged in our campaign. This is the path to win, is that right now we are in a culture of fear. People are too afraid to be able to even imagine that this city could work for them, that they could have a life here. We need to change that around, and that's exactly why I'm running for office, because as I've been saying, it's not that the system is broken. It's that the system is working exactly as it's designed to work. The problem is it's not designed to work for you and I, and that's why we need to mobilize, move, show up, vote, volunteer, get activated, and finally change the system so that we make sure that this city works for working Angelinos.
Tish Hyman here for my final word. And honestly, I'm already at the victory lap. Let me explain why. Because I will never stop fighting for Los Angeles. Something awoke inside of me. And I left the studio with Ty Dolla $ign, I left Kanye, I left everybody at the studio to fight for this city, and I'm going to keep fighting. You know why? There's little girls dependent on me. There's women dependent on me. I know I've been in so many town halls where I see black people's history and our civil rights used as a mask for other people's agendas, and black people, we have a unique struggle in this country. Do not forget it. It is unlike anyone else's. It doesn't handicap us. It doesn't make us special, but it is unlike anyone else's. And I got tired of seeing all these other groups pair their struggle with black struggles. They are different. That is a fact. And I will be here fighting for this city forever. So I don't care about just this election. I'm going to bring $3 billion to Los Angeles annually anyway, because I already got the plan. And I already met with the people to make it happen. I love you guys. I'm fighting for this city. No DSA in LA.
My name's Andre A. Salivra, and it would be my pleasure to serve you as your next mayor for Los Angeles. Look, this is a tough time. This is an important time. Seriously, this might be like the defining election of our generation. We need to take it seriously right now. I'm encouraging everybody, seriously, right now, tell people, don't vote for money. in this election. Do not vote for money. Don't vote for Spencer Pratt. He's a nepotism baby. Don't vote for Karen Bass. She's the establishment, money Democrats. Don't vote for Adam Miller, the billionaire. Vote for an independent candidate. Look down ballot. Our campaign's doing phenomenally well. We've raised less than probably any other campaign. We've raised less than $20,000, and we're doing phenomenally well. We've connected with tens of thousands of voters. Why? Because I'm out there. I'm on the streets every day. Before I was here today, I was at the Red Bull Boxcar Derby. I connected with about 10,000 voters with our team of 6 volunteers. People are showing up for our campaign. Why? Because we got real solutions. Because I was born and raised here. I'm a product of this city. I was homeless here. I know what it's like to live and fight in LA, and I will always fight for our city. And we're doing phenomenally well. So if you like me, if you like our campaign, tell people about me. Say, hey, I'm voting for Andre on June 2nd. I'm voting for Andre. And that's how we're going to do it. I'm going to win this thing by doing what I've always done. That's depending on the people of my city. Vote for Andre Saliver for LA Mayor on June 2nd. Thank you.
Thank you all so much. I want to thank all the candidates that came and participated. Don't leave because I have some announcements to make. Yes, we can. We can have a picture. All right. Thank you so much for coming. All right. No. So listen. This will be. We've been live streaming. This will be broadcast on KPFK next Friday at 8 a.m. I do a program. Yes, we could move that down at 8 a.m. Now, all the other thing. This is all volunteer. We had to put these chairs up. If some of the volunteers could roll that chair thing back in and take your chairs, we'll get it. We'll bring it in and take your chairs and we'll put it on the chair rack, which is against the wall. We have to roll it back in. So they're going to get a picture of the candidates. Let me get out your way.
You don't want to be in it?
No, I might. Okay, so check it out. John, I'd like what you said, ranked choice voting. We're going to win this. I'm working on something. I'm working on something called Project 28. Project 28 is a strategy how we could win without big money. So hopefully y'all contact me and you can contribute to that. So one of these candidates up here will be our mayor.
I know you guys hated me.
All right, so one of these candidates can be and will be and should be our mayor. But it's up to us. Each one teach one, educate about what they're doing.